Hey YouTube, do-it-yourself junkie 369 here, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to do a field expedient tire repair. Basically, if you're out somewhere and your tire goes flat and this bead comes off the rim, this is a way that you can get it to set. I've seen a lot of videos, and you probably have too, of people using lighter fluid or gas or something else really flammable to set the bead, and then using compressed air to fill it the rest of the way so it doesn't shrink back down after the hot air cools down and contracts. That's really dangerous for one thing, and then the second thing is I've tried it and been unsuccessful with it, mainly because they're usually doing it on car tires and stuff. A lot of times I'm dealing with maybe lawnmower tires, and so they're not as stiff or as tight fitting to the rim as a car tire. The method I'm going to show will work on almost any tire. I've seen it used on motorcycle tires. I've personally used it on a whole bunch of mower tires and ATV tires, and I've been told that it works on car tires. And for it, basically you need a compressed air source. I use 80 psi. For car tires, a little bit more might be better, because you want to push a lot of air into the tire really quickly, and that helps. This method, I could use it out in the field if I was driving like off-road, and in that case I have a little air compressor that is powered by a cigarette lighter, and it doesn't push a lot of air quickly, and in that case I would probably want a separate compressed air tank that I could fill, pressurize, and then use as my air source. The air compressor I have doesn't have an air tank, it's just a little compressor. When I'm around the garage, it's a lot easier because I have an air compressor over there that I can use. But no matter what, you need a halfway decent air source. You'll need a ratchet strap. I'm doing a mower tire today, so 1 inch works fine. If I was doing a car tire, I'd probably use a 2 inch or 1.5 inches. Basically, you want it wide so that it'll put fairly uniform pressure across the width of the tire and press the sidewalls into the rim. And then this is optional. You may or may not need it. Dead blow mallet or 2x4 would also work. And this is for if you're pushing air into the tire and the rims and the bead's not quite seated on the rim and the air is just leaking out. Sometimes it helps to get a good hit, and that will cause the bead to set and it to retain air. Now, if your flat tire was caused by a leak, you're probably going to need something to patch it up with. For small stuff, you can use tire slime, and that's what I'm doing today. The hose was caused by a staple. And if you're going that route, you're going to need to remove the core of the valve stem. So I have this little tool for that. You also need a jack, and that allows you to jack up the wheel off the ground and get the pressure off of it. And then the strap provides that uniform pressure around it that the ground isn't going to help you with. So you definitely need a jack. So basically what I do is I air the tire up, get the bead seated, and now because it's off the ground I can let all the air out and the bead shouldn't come off the rim, and I can unscrew the valve stem or the core out of the valve stem and then dump in my tire slime, put the valve back in, and air it up, no problem. And that should be today's process. If it's a bigger hole like a nail or a spike, or last one I did on the truck was a pin cap, the little metal clip had been ran over and jabbed up in through the tire. I can't believe it actually made it through the steel belts. But in that case you want more of a tire plug kit, and I was able to find one piece of it. The rest of it's somewhere in my garage. I need to clean up so I can find it. But a tire plug kit would be what you need in that case. It might be worth carrying both if you're out going any serious off-roading. So let's go, and it won't be much talking, it'll just be me doing the process that I just described. Get the tire up off the ground, put the ratchet strap around the tire, tighten it down so it applies uniform pressure around the tire and forces the sidewalls out. Put some air in so that it'll inflate, then loosen the ratchet strap. Make sure it's holding air, and then probably remove the air from it, remove the valve stem, put in my tire slime, put the stem back in, air it up completely, and then go for a drive to coat the inside tire with the tire slime and allow it to plug the hole that was created by the staple that I ran over. Right there, it's starting to hold air. So it literally was just fiddling around with it, moving the tire around, moving the strap around until I could get that bead seated on the rim and pushed out. Now once that's done, you want to remove the strap. And as you can see, it's holding air. Now, there is 2 holes in here from a staple. And because of that, I'm going to go ahead and let the air out. Remove the valve core and put in some green slime. In case you don't have one of these tools, there's one built into the cap of this product. And it is just lefty loosey, so rotate it counterclockwise to pull out the core. And from there, put in your slime. Just follow the directions on the bottle. And replace the valve core. And then add air. And the last step is either put the tire back on your vehicle or just lower the jack and drive it around. And it says to do 0.2 miles. If you're using the plug kit, you just drive it to your nearest tire shop and have them place a patch on the tire. You're not supposed to drive on the plug kit. That being said, I know that there's a lot of people out there that drive around on those plug kits and have for years. I think that warning is something new that has come out, probably due to some lawsuit. And there you go. That's all there is to getting the tire to seat on a rim so you can air it up. That's useful for you have a flat tire and it was low enough and the weight of the vehicle kind of pushed the tire off the rim. Or if you bought new tires and you want to put them on the rims yourself, you can do it that way. There's really not that much to it. This one, for some reason, the mower was driven on that tire for a while and it really worked the sidewalls out of position, so it was a lot more work than it normally is. But hopefully that showed you what to do and was a good example of it and you learned something new. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Think about sharing it with your buddies, other car people. Maybe that way we can get away from the starter fluid and lighter fluid and whatever else being dumped into tires and lit on fire. I have to get out of here and go finish mowing my yard. Unfortunately, that staple was from the roofing on my house, and I still have a bit of grass that is quite a bit taller than the mowed sections, and it looks really stupid. See you later. And think about subscribing. Thanks for watching.